Okay. We live over here.
Awesome. Yes.
All right. Peace, 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 and Black Power family. Welcome to another episode of Do Knowledge Radio, place where knowledge is born. This is your host, Knowledge Born Alive, and we are live with the Everything Lady. You know, the woman of many talent, the multifaceted, multi-dimensional being that we have here today. You understand what I'm saying? So let's welcome to the microphone. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the platform. The first of this spotlight that we're doing for the ambassadors. We have the spotlight. It's all on her. All eyes on her today. So let's welcome to the show, Her Majesty Queen Jinlo in the building. Jinlo, how you feeling? How are you?
What's going on, Jen Lo in the building? I'm so
Right?
excited to have this opportunity. Thank you so much.
It's all love. It's all love. You know, we working together in collaboration for this upcoming 2020 uh, Global Speaker Summit. Presented and hosted by Black Speakers Network.
Hmm.
So, this was just a opportunity to highlight and celebrate some of the dynamic team members that I'm working with. And you were the first one. It did my heart some good. You understand what I'm saying? That you would take time out of your schedule to come through and share
Hmm.
your story. So let's start with an introduction for you, and also, kind of tell us how you got connected and started with BSN.
I know Instagram and Facebook can't hear because I got my headphones on. Yes, I'm so excited. And so happy for this opportunity. When you presented the opportunity, I said I had right. Um, it is a the BN ambassador, the BN network, which is the Black Speaker Network. That network is how we met. Of course, it's been amazing. We're both ambassadors, so that is a new venture. Mr. Brian O's, thank you for that opportunity. Definitely. But how I got started, I do multiple things, like you said. Recently became an author, a co-author of this book here, Unshakable Faith. It's 20 men and women sharing their testimonies um, of things. A lot of people see people when they hit the top, but they don't see what happened those steps before. How did they get there along the way? So part of that, I share my chapter is called The Prodigal Daughter, because I feel like no matter how much we mess up, no matter what we do, like I had a conversation with my dad the other day, and it's just like your earthly father, but even more so, God always welcomes you back home. I also model, actress, motivational speaker. I have a live every day on my page, Second Chance 21013, and my main page, Jinlo Assassin. But Second Chance 21013 came out of a car accident that happened on 21013, February the 10th, 2013. That was life changing for me. And I said, God gave me the opportunity to share my testimony with other people to help motivate and inspire them as well. So that's where they came from. Uh, uh, Sharing changing lives one testimony at a time, because it's not a testimony that's left untold. So that car accident actually, everything that I had wanted to do, it made it like I had to do it even more, because I knew if I had a car accident, if you've seen the picture, if I had the type of car accident I had where I should not be sitting in this chair, I knew greatness was on the other side of that thing once I came through it.
So, what was it about BSN that kind of drew you in? And how's your experience has been with this organization so far?
Yes, BSN, stemming from the second chance 21013 page, I always say, my story went viral 3 times. I was looking at more so this year, with the publishing of the book, and I said I have to share my testimony and other people's testimonies, I want to be a international motivational speaker, global. And so I joined this in actually last year, right? I saw it. I started listening to some of the top that's out there, Bob Proctor, Tony, these different people. And so when I seen the BSC pop up on my timeline, I seen Mr. Les Brown, the book. I actually do have I was like, this is all that book. Let me about. And so joined, and then I took it like super serious as I step into that next phase, because I do see what Mr. Brian O's is doing. And I'm learning so much in the group, making connections with the group. And my hope is that I learn that I can give my services, my platform to BSN as a place where people can find out more about it and grow it. He's growing spectacularly on the BSN, but also to learn more on how the speaker that I want to become, so that I can impact people around the world, and inspire them even more so to their dreams, no matter what it looks like, no matter what your now circumstance, there's always the future to look forward to. So the group helps me hope and listen to people to pursue that effectively.
Okay, amazing, amazing. So tell us about the co-author experience. How did you get involved with that, and kind of share, what it was like for you to go through that journey, and also what was like after it's done, because the book is out. I see, people are purchasing it. What's kind of been that response, uh, and things like that.
Yes. So how this came about, this collaboration with Miss Tamika Powdy. Thank God for her. So when I moved to Atlanta, so I guess background how the car accident was from moved to Atlanta to pursue my aspirations, right? I never made it back home, had a car accident on February 10th, 2013. I made a determination decision that I was coming back, and I came back a year with actually before year yet. Miss Tamika Prouty, in 2015, I had out of that, I had a show for a little while called Real Talk Second Chance. And so she had seen what I was doing, and I make wigs as well. So she had offered she was just in her then um it was jury at that time. And so she offered me a place to present my wigs at the time, which was huge. It was her launch party. It was like different celebrities there and everything. So that started our relationship. And then she also put out her first book, A Soldier Story. And then, life happens and everything like that. And come last year, he texted me like out of the blue. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't keep it connected kind of like on Facebook, but not like that. And so he sent me a text message, and she was like, I want you to get on this call. And so I got on the calls for launching. Now it's a huge publishing house called House of Cocoa. And so it's a huge publishing house. And she on the call, she was like, I'm looking for some men and women that want to share their testimony. Now me, I had to get out of my own head on what to do, because you say testimony, like where are you going? Like what kind of things do you want to talk about? So we had a conversation, and she just talked to me and coached me a little bit, and I said, okay, got it. And it all came to me, the prodigal daughter. And this year on February the 2nd, 2020, I got another text message, hey, the book is ready. And I was like, yes. So, it just reconnecting, and I'm so happy and so grateful that she thought of me as one of the people to be in her.
That's what's up. I'm very proud. I'm very happy, to see that drive, to see that visionary that you are, to see that multifaceted kind of lane that you in, that you really do everything. How do you keep inspired? How do you keep motivated? You got a lot of things going on. How do you balance everything? What's your base? What's your motivation, and how does that motivation help keep you motivated during these difficult and trying times?
Oh, and I know with everything right now with COVID, it's all in perspective. So my drive motivation, as I've shared on my page, is grew up. I grew up in project believing that this is what's going to be life. Have to be, I'm from the black brown skin girl, and I looked at everybody that was succeeding seemed like they had to play some type of sport, basketball or something. They had to play a sport to get out, to make it, and I'm like, can't be. So moving forward, I got to see when I came to Atlanta the first time when I was in high school. I got to see. I said, wait, there's people like me that's got nice houses and cars and stuff, and like it's not just one person. I was like, wow. So at that point, I said, you know what? I have to make it, because I can't be a statistic. I did spend a summer in New York at age 7, and at that point, that's when I had got saved, and so I think God just kind of, the call in my life was it changed or stepped more so into. I said, I don't have to be a statistic. I don't have to be a product of my environment, a product of being in the projects. And so when I did come to Atlanta the first time and I seen what I saw, I said, I can do this. I have to make it out so that I can show people you don't have to just be, if you don't want to be a football player, because we had a girl football player when I was in high school. You don't have, you don't know how to do sports, or you don't want to do this. You have other things. You want to be an actress or artist, because I've always followed people like, Janet Jackson and stuff like that, wanted to sing, wanted to act, been in plays and stuff. I said, I can do this. I have to do it because other people behind me need to know whatever they have their heart set on, whatever God dropped in them. If they want to be an actress, if they want to be a designer, they want to be a model, they want to, whatever it has to be, they don't have to stick to this one particular thing to make it and be successful. They can be whatever God put in their heart to be. So that's say I absolutely continue going. If you tell me I can't do something, I was doubted so much when I had my car accident. Nobody wants to see your scars on TV. You broke your ankles and stuff. Nobody, you can't walk down the runway. I'm like, those are the very things I have to, because somebody told me I couldn't, because people told me that nobody would accept me on their platforms with my scars and everything. I said, watch, I have to now. I absolutely have to now. So that's why I do it. I said, I'm the chain breaker, breaking of generational curses, the one that's got to make it out. Because what I do today affects generations down. So I have to do it now so that I can produce, when I do have kids and they have kids, they're going to be even better than me today.
Yeah, I see that strength and that power right there. I see that message. Got me motivated over here. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You understand what I'm saying? I love it. I love it. I do. So, can we talk about the spiritual journey for a little bit? You made reference. How has this helped shape your vision and your goals, your aspirations, and also your mindset in regards to achieving those particular goals?
Yes, indeed. So, spiritually, I could say this. I've always been in church. Like I said, I got saved at the age of 7 in New York. I've always been in church, but I tell people now, I tell people, if I had to do the car accident all over again, I, I wouldn't change that. I wouldn't change that at all. I know the life I had, I was comfortable. I didn't have money, finances. I didn't have that. I didn't have no problems. And you pay your tithes and all, you're still in that comfort level where you're not trying as hard. And I said, if I had got to Atlanta the way that, set up the way I was financially, where I was super comfortable, I could splurge and everything, I said, I don't think I would have had the same drive and determination. I don't think things would have happened the way that they have, because God took that, what happened, and it's like they say pressure makes diamonds, right? So I feel that was like my diamond in the rough, where it was a pivotal moment. I could do one or two things. People, when you have the type of situation, life-changing situation, I had people do one or two things. They lay down, take it, they mode, and then I broke both my ankles, because I broke both my ankles and my hip, and I went through the windshield. So I could have said easily, I had every reason in this world to say, you know what, I'm broken. And y'all right. Nobody wants me on there. Nothing. That I'm gonna lay down and take this. I've seen people with less injuries do exactly that very thing, and they give up. Or you have a choice to let God use that situation and make the best of it. Because trust me, the devil meant it for the bad, right? I could have got inside my head and said, I can't do anything that I dreamed of doing. But I thank God that He has placed. I have some amazing mentors. I've had some amazing pastors and people praying for me. Miss Priority, one of those people, keeping me in prayer. My belated grandmother, who's no longer with us. But I said, God got a way. You don't have to be perfect. I tell people I'm not perfect, and I am saved. I still say I know knows what inside me, but but let God get the glory out of it, and God can get the glory out of anything. That's the great thing about Him, is He knows how He created you, and He can get the glory out of anything if you allow Him. So my has been amazing when I see people say, I know, or people that this. I had a lot of people, my story went viral like 3 times, with the top time hitting like 3.4. And I had people say, you know what? I didn't really believe in God beforehand, but I know something of a higher power had to have kept you here. And so, you know what? And they'll say things like that. So that's how I say, I know I have to continue my journey, continue with the things I'm passionate about, so that people, like I said, can see if God intend on praying, do you want to, if you don't, is be about praying, what is it, who do I need with, when, where, He will definitely and it may not be want to be, but definitely.
Amazing. Just amazing. Yeah, and trusting, our creator, and allowing our creator to guide our steps, walking by faith and not by sight. And it's been, an overwhelming experience. It comes, with trials and tribulations, but them trials and tribulations make room for a bigger testimony. And you are a living testament to that,
They do.
divine grace and divine mercy. So, kind of tell us what you got going on, what's coming up next, what should we keep our eye out for, where to find you, how to support you, if you want to give out any shout outs, any acknowledgments, any words of wisdom, words of empowerment, words of encouragement to our people out here listening, and those who will listen in the future.
Yes. So I do model that my page for modeling acting is Jenlo Assassin. That's JenLoAssassin. Also the same on Facebook. But that is something, since I was a kid, I've been passionate about acting. Always wanted to do that, share my creativity. Working on getting out my own book. That's the next step, is getting my own book out there. This Unshakable Faith is global. It just made us aware that it is now available in the UK. Is Walmart online, Amazon. I think it's physically in Barnes Noble though. That's amazing, right? I am a brand ambassador for BSN, the Black Speaker Network. I just did a speaking, was a featured speaker on Woman to Woman. So it's called Woman to Woman app. So basically, Miss Susan, she gets women she's from the Caribbean. She's also part of the BSN network, but she gets women. She contacted me, and there's women around the world, global. It's a global app where she gets women to share motivation and inspiration to other women. So make sure you download the Woman to Woman. How I share inspiration on my 13 page. Second spelled out for 2 and then just second 13 on there. I would love to share testimonies. I'm going into that because it's not a testimony if left untold, and people need to hear your story. One of my mentors, I definitely shout out some of my mentors that I have. One of my mentors, Mr. Jason Scott the first, who just hit a phenomenal ranking one of the companies. He shared his testimony, and it's like, wow, pressing through the situation of the right now and knowing that on the other side it is going to be absolutely amazing. One of my coaches, Mickey Alexander, and Mr. Walter A. I have to shout them out because those have been 3 key influential people for like the last year and change that's actually helped me come out of my shell, out of that box to share my testimony, to not be afraid to do that. And just be real, be transparent. So I definitely give them a shout out. Miss Gwen has been a long-time mentor who helped me once I got to Atlanta, Georgia in 2014. And just everybody right now, it's just so many different people around me that's sewing into me positively, saying you can, my dad, my father, is my number one. What it looks like, he keep going no matter what it's how agreement may look. He always motivates me, inspires me to keep going. Even with the book, I was nervous about the book. I said, Dad, I wrote this. I said, I just know it came from the heart. But he was like, he read away is say I could have easily said I'm broken. I can't do it now that I've had this accident. Y'all, some people go as far as to say, but I easily done that. That's the, but the right is to take the opportunity, take that success. We get saved, but there's something about something really life change where you can either lay down and stay down, or you can rise up. I chose rise up. I chose, but now I am thrive. And God is showing me He got you. Even when it seems like you're at a standstill, you're not. God is always working in that background doing something. It's just like this, being on here with you. I didn't know what will be the connection to, each thing. God is just always working to connect you to each person. Just stay faithful in prayer. Whatever you have in you, if other people don't understand, it's okay. Know that everybody is not for you. They're not supposed to understand. You have to pray and be intentional and asking Him to connect you with those people who do understand your vision. But continue no matter what. You can't quit because don't like your post, don't never comment me. They're watching. Blue, you might hear all the time. Wow, you doing something to say that. Like the last year, 2, 3, but you can't quit, because if you quit, then the people watching you would give up and they will quit as well. So you have to keep going, not only for yourself, but those watching you, those believing in you, those rooting for you, those praying for you, and you don't even know it. Strangers root, I think, support more than even so our immediate friends and family. So you absolutely positively must keep going. Period.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Strong message of empowerment. Strong message of rising through adversity and getting stronger. I definitely thank you for your time
Yes.
and for your love and for them jewels
Thank
that you dropped over here. You can take this and keep it for yourself. Use
thank
it,
you.
however you need to use it. For marketing tools and things like that. I wish you the best of luck in all of your endeavors, and I'm here as always. You one of the family
Thank
members. You know what I'm saying, so you could come over here whenever you like. To promote what you have going on.
yes.
If you got a word, whatever the case may be. You understand what I'm saying? So you continue killing them runways and those cameras. You understand what I'm saying? And continue to
Yes, sir.
uplift and be a space of motivation and inspiration for
Thank
us. Thank you for your time.
thank you so much for this opportunity.